Another thing is that there is a certain amount of tradition that is embedded into the legal system, and setting up a system that kind of ensures that a woman who marries a man and decides to be a housewife and raise kids and doesn't have a job of her own, like ensuring that she does have some kind of support, it makes that a safer thing to jump into, because people aren't necessarily predictable. Life's not predictable. You don't know if that's necessarily going to work out, and so having some kind of safety net does make sense to a certain extent. But yeah, I think the way it actually plays out, though, is kind of problematic sometimes, and it should be rethought for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that
That's a really terrible impersonation.
No, I love that song, though.
The song's great.
No, Jeff does a better impersonation.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Jeff can do a great impression. Jeff can do a great impression, but my husband's dog is actually more Jewish than Jeff is. It's Kamala Harris. No, well, I don't give a shit. You know why? Because she's more Jewish than Jeff is.
It has to be more nasal.
Yeah, I can't zone the voice. I can't zone everybody. But what's important is that Jeff is absolutely a cuck. And his...
Yeah. Who am I a cuck for, Alex?
Obsessed with Jeff. What did he do?
He's very obsessed
Where
with
did he
me.
touch you?
You're literally obsessed with me. You're obsessed with someone who's probably...
Where did he touch you?
You're 60. You're ancient. I don't even need to fucking develop you.
I'm totally sick. Let's see your
He doesn't
picture.
look 60.
You're also a gay man. I'm not going to listen to a gay man.
You
Totally heterosexual.
It's not all about you, Jeff. I was talking
You will
to
want
Ryan.
to look like that when you're 60.
I know. I want that to breed me.
Yeah. New York's just a big bit.
Yeah, I want to have an OnlyFans account when I'm 60.
I mean, if you can live,
I mean, but you didn't vote for Donald Trump. You voted for a literal, former call girl for president. So
no, I didn't vote for
he didn't
her.
vote for Kamala.
So you didn't vote. Amazing, even better.
No, I
he
voted.
He voted
Yeah, you threw your vote away. You threw your vote away, or you didn't vote. Either way.
No, I didn't throw my vote away, and your judgment's irrelevant.
Oh, did you write Jonathan Greenblatt in on the ballot?
No, God forbid. He's a fucking liberal.
I don't believe that. You're a Liz Cheney. You were probably like, Liz Cheney is supporting Kamala, so I'm going to support Kamala.
You don't know me.
No, she didn't vote for Kamala.
Wow, now you're saying bitch. That's a...
Yeah, you're a bitch. I didn't think him. Oh, he fucking swiped himself out like a little bitch.
It was not. Wow, you're so triggered. You're so triggered.
Did you know that now you can swipe yourself
Triggered. Triggered.
Hardly.
I did not know that you could do that. Triggered.
Is there a way that you guys can...
Jeff is triggered.
No, I'm not triggered. I don't give a fuck.
Can you ever leave your differences apart?
The only difference is I'm not a cuck. I don't know how you can leave that apart with Jeff, who's a little cuck.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but he can call you something else, New York, and both of you will be right.
Atrazine in the water.
That's right.
That atrazine turns a frog.
Yeah, Jane, the leftist, who probably voted for Kamala, is going to call Jeff.
Why are you messing up
No,
with
Jane is definitely a
Kamala?
leftist. That's true. She's definitely a leftist.
The only Jewish person who's not a leftist that's in this room is Palestine. Other than that, everyone here voted for Kamala. I love Palestine.
Oh, so I guess you know how I voted then.
Or you voted for Hillary and Biden and you didn't vote for Kamala.
Yaakov is not
the truth is,
Cynic is not a leftist.
I mean, the truth is, New York, you're just not a Jew. So use it for it.
Yeah, she is.
Well, you know what? Hashem knows that I'm Jewish at the end of the day.
Hashem knows you're not a Jew. At best, you're a patrilineal.
I didn't really see what a conversation was.
Actually, the only leftist in the room might be Edward.
Being a Jew is a religion.
No, we're not religious.
It is a religion.
Oh no, Princessia, it's an ethno-religion. It's an ethno-religion.
I love
meaning that it's a fluid definition and it changes whenever you want it to change. Yeah, your boyfriend's cock is the only fluid that you know about. We know.
You're the one who hung her. You're the one who hung around a guy who likes
choking on it. Keep choking on it. Get something out, not the and the.
No,
I thought you're not 60. I thought you were a young, strapping 47-year-old.
Watch his wife be fucked by dudes.
You probably are not even in the same room when your wife is being fucked by other dudes. You probably watch it on fucking OnlyFans with your boyfriend.
I'm not married, dude. I'm not married.
You probably watch it on OnlyFans. You probably watch it on OnlyFans when your wife gets.
I'm not married. Hey, Alex,
yeah,
I'm not married.
Yeah. Okay, you're not.
But you're gonna say.
Of course you're not. Of course you're not. You would never believe in family values.
I mean, I was married, but I'm not anymore.
Well, I'll pray for you.
Good. That's a nice thing to say.
That's a very Jewish.
In English, because we're in America.
No. Let's hear you pray in Hebrew, because you're a Jew.
Okay, let me say a prayer. Let me say a prayer.
Yeah,
How about you do Psalm 37?
Okay, you want me to do Psalm 37?
Yeah, in Hebrew.
Okay, all right. I would swallow my pride, I would choke on the rinds, but the lack thereof would leave me empty inside. I would swallow my doubt, turn it inside out.
That's not Hebrew, and
what
it's
is
also
this?
That's Lana Del Rey. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Lana Del Rey. Lana Del Rey was alive in 1997. Are you kidding me? You probably listened to Lana Del Rey, so.
Jeff, you speak Hebrew?
No, I don't speak Hebrew, but I read it.
Oh my God, I know how to read too.
So you read and understand Hebrew?
Oh, you know how to read?
I read.
I love that. I can't speak something, but I understand it. Are you Helen Keller? Are you Helen Keller? Do you need us to fucking do the water thing? The thing with the sink? Three taps is an olive, 4 taps is a bed.
I want Jewish humor. Jewish humor, sir.
Oh my God, that thing, go away.
Oh my God.
What the fuck said that so I can block him?
Baruch atah Adonai.
Who said that so I can... Who
That
did
was
that?
New York.
They left her.
That was literally not even me.
Oh,
This is amazing.
it was that
Why
dead?
would you block them over
Yeah.
That's not just. What did he say?
Because they're sensitive, cynic.
What did he say?
I don't know, but he always
said he wants to rape Jewish women. Fuck him.
Oh,
I didn't hear
No, I
that
didn't
at
even
all.
hear.
He always
Paulistine. What do you have to say about Jordanian people?
Fucking Maya.
Paulistine. Jordanian people that are Muslim.
Ryan, can I turn the room
There's
down?
a true Palestinian.
It's fucking Maya.
can you what?
Oh, look at that. I can
Maya,
turn it
did
again
you
into a
decide-
social room.
In your sabbatical, did you decide to
I can
read a
turn
book
it
or
back
some
into
history
social
about the
room.
region or what?
Paulistine, what do you have to say about Palestine revolt saying that you're a dangerous anti...
No, I can't hear you.
Fuck. Cynic, you're Mikhail.
I'm sorry, a dangerous Islamophobe. I meant dangerous Islamophobe because he said that you're a dangerous Islamophobe.
You know,
That's an oxymoron.
Islamophobia Awareness Month in Britain.
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares what liberals decide?
A
What
month.
month?
But Mikhail, how
They
you
don't care
been?
about them.
Are you sick? You don't sound like you.
Too much cocaine.
That's a
Oh,
problem.
I'm glad we can't do cocaine. It's against the Jewish religion.
Not really.
No.
Well, I mean, if it was, you probably wouldn't be Jewish.
I mean, if you knew the religion, you might know
Without
that.
Miami, fucking, I'm out here in Miami. What are you, sexy red? I'm out here in
I can
Miami.
do it with all
I'm
the
out here in
Can you
Miami.
hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, anytime.
You're not the
No.
strongest.
I'm just having a whole conversation with myself.
Uh,
I'm good.
yes.
Oh, it's the mute button. You have to.
No, but now Oh my god, this is amazing, Ryan. Thank you. Now you can turn every single room into a social room or into a stage audience room.
So basically the way it used to be before the update.
Yeah, basically.
That's really cool, but you can do also do that with the League Awareness Grade again, and you can do that with the Friends of Friends rooms with all of them. This is amazing. What's going on with you?
Jeff, are you looking at
Is someone having a
thing?
seizure?
Who's goggling?
Barry.
Michael.
That's a great impression, Barry.
Who the fuck's having a seizure?
What are you impersonating, Barry?
JFK or RFK Jr.
Wait, are you fucking a sheep or something?
You good?
What?
He doesn't talk
Are
like
you
that.
good?
That's not.
Yeah, he does. I asked if you were good, like, are you okay? Not that you were making that noise.
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Compton is here.
Good.
Frog's gay.
I was asking Hampton if he was how he was doing.
The frog's gay.
The fuck? Michael, what the fuck? You sound like a retard.
Sounds like
He sounds like a retarded. Confirmed. He's having a heart attack.
No
sounds more like a stroke.
He sounds like he's fucking a sheep.
No more.
How do you know what that
Hey, he's not Palestinian. He's not Palestinian.
Do you guys? Oh,
Wait a minute, you're right. That's cynics.
Come on, don't make fun of Edwards. People.
I don't know, Edward. Like, we'll deal with that later. But
That was
cynic,
fun.
yeah, he
Edward's
likes
a
to
nice
fuck
guy.
sheep.
Come on,
We
he's a
talked
nice
before,
Palestinian.
I like to fuck sheep.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, great.
It's a family tradition.
My family tradition. Coming from people who claim to be Jews. Coming from people who claim to be Jews.
Yeah,
You guys
coming
really
from
don't read
people
your
that are
books
Jews.
at all, huh? You don't know anything, do you?
No, that is Mikael. That is Mikael. Oh, fuck.
They don't know shit. They don't know shit.
I love Mikael. I think he's the.
Hey, Mikael. Allahu Akbar. Hello, Akbar.
Indeed.
Allahu Akbar.
Aloha snack bar.
I don't know.
He is the
what's so
sexiest
funny.
man in the
Because
Takbir.
Eddie was definitely saying a lot.
Okay, guys, stop for a second. I have a question for cynics.
I don't know why you think
Stop.
the longest time, the longest language
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, you gotta fucking
the longest
Can I
time.
please ask cynic a question?
Arabic, Jeff.
Okay,
The
cynic,
longest
to me
The
as
longest
well.
continuous
Cynic.
use of a language is Arabic among Jews.
cynic, I have a genuine
Among Jews.
question. Okay, no trolling, no trolling.
You are incapable of asking a genuine
Okay,
question.
let me
You
ask
know how
a
to-
genuine question. Okay,
She has a
if I got you a one-way flight to the 72 Virgin Islands on Allahu Akbar Airlines, would you take it?
A plane
With
ticket to
triple
heaven?
bonus points.
Absolutely, why not? Who doesn't
I
want
want
to
to
go to
shake
heaven?
your hand with my left hand. Would you shake it? That's the wiping hand. What's the answer? Hey, shut the fuck
Don't matter, dude. It's retarded.
It was accurate, though. It was accurate. Who the fuck is this guy,
Nice try, bro.
No trouble, paper, bear skin, straight to hand. Disgusting. Never make my sandwich. I would never eat Subway if there was one of you behind the counter.
I will PVC dick out your fucking face, James. Shut the fuck up.
I doubt that you would do anything to me.
Every person at Subway wears gloves, dude. You haven't been to Subway.
What did you just say about me, Justin?
My dick in your motherfucking pussy, nigga. Shut the fuck up. I'll take my BBC as dick suck your little ass.
Okay, so
Why do you sound like a white guy trying to be black?
He said, shut the fuck up.
He is
Listen to
black.
the point.
Justin, why do you sound like a white guy trying to be black?
Hold on. My bitch wants to talk. Can you all shut
Lisa,
up?
you're a prognostic monkey.
My bitch wants to talk. You got the microphone, Justin.
You're not. No. I understand your fucking boyfriend who's the witness that ran away from you. You fucking Guatemalan bitch. You fucking groin. Shut the fuck up. You're a
Okay, what else do you need to say about me,
You're a
Justin?
jungle monkey.
I love having fun.
Jungle monkey. Jungle monkey. Well, you can hear
Wait, did he say you were a jungle monkey?
Yeah, he literally called you a jungle monkey. How about we call him a camel monkey? How about we call him a
He
pork
sounds like one.
chewing camel monkey?
I love that.
I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
My mom's not a hoofed animal. My mom's not a hoofed animal. We know that you're used to mounting hoofed animal. Let me ask you, are you using condoms with the sheeps and the goat? Are you using condoms? Are you giving the goat and the sheep herpes, Justin? Are you giving them herpes, Justin?
Did you know mad cow disease actually started from the Arab world?
Justin is Palestinian.
That's 72 virgins. It doesn't say it'll be human.
Justin,
Bro, James, stop being a retard, bro.
you don't even have a manly voice, dude. We can hear you.
Why is this guy talking this way? Someone
Where's
explain
Paula
why
Steve?
bro, every
The best part is Mike is
That's a funny name.
Michael's still fucking.
So right now, I'll
Make America.
Someone drop this
No.
Yes, someone
Bring Justin back. Christmas past.
Edward, you're here, bro. Like,
What?
come on, man.
What?
Do your job.
Me?
Then
do your job. Y'all come.
Which is
What, Edward?
I don't know. I have no idea.
He
What?
wants you to drop Barry.
I'm Barry. Barry, stop it, all right? Barry, stop. Come on, Barry. I mean, so much constipated.
That's the best part is that Barry's still doing that.
Where is Barry? Oh, he went to the audience. Come on.
Barry, once you stop being constipated, I guess you can come back. It wasn't
He's already back.
Make America help me again.
Listen,
I don't mind. Just tell me who you trying to make.
RFK Jr.
RFK.
Who's RK?
RFK.
Oh,
Yeah.
Robert. Okay.
He does sound like that, though.
He really does. 100%. In fact, I thought that was him. I was about to ask for your autograph.
But you should have said something about killing the bear and picking it up and eating it.
RFK is hot.
Really? If he's hot, then holy crap, I got some luck, guys.
He's available. His wife is divorcing him, so.
Oh, what? Really?
I don't blame
Yeah. The woman from Curb Your Enthusiasm?
How do you know she's divorcing him?
Because he, had an affair with their nanny or something.
No, RFK, that is the husband of Kamala Harris.
No, he had some affair with somebody behind her back.
That was his last wife. She killed herself.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Whoa.
She did.
Cheryl Hines. Hold on, I'll find out what.
Talking about the woman before Cheryl Hines.
Huh. Well, I think Trump is hot too.
So his wife committed suicide on his watch.
I ain't saying she a gold digger.
Give me $7 million, I'll be hot for sure.
No. Like,
He's
look,
boring.
there is nothing hotter than a man that just imposes respect and can be threatening just with his presence. You know,
But
and that
he's
is what
boring.
that is Donald Trump's vibe. He is not a president even yet. And the whole world is already getting in place just because they see he's coming. That's hot.
But that doesn't make
What
it
are
hot.
you even
Yes,
talking
that
about?
No, that's what women find hot. They find powers, money hot.
Coming in place. How's that
It's even
even?
stupider.
What are
He
you
had a
talking
sexting relationship with some journalist. He never even got any. He's getting divorced.
Oh wow, I didn't know that he's getting divorced.
Yeah, some woman named Olivia Nunzi, Nuzzi. She works at the New Yorker.
Wow.
Ooh.
Well,
Who's getting a divorce?
Couldn't keep it in his brain.
I'm all for him trying to change things up, so.
Yeah, dental stocks are up.
Desperate state Americans become.
Barry, why are you not black anymore?
Because I have been cured.
Okay, if you're gonna talk like that, at least have a PTR of him and change your name.
Is this Edmund?
No, this is Michael.
Oh, I'll be hot for sure.
I don't know.
Michael what?
Who's this?
Bromstein.
Who's this person that died on Clubhouse?
Michael's like a Canadian. He doesn't matter.
Yeah, Brooks or something like that.
Who died?
I never
Yeah,
met
Brooks.
him either.
Yeah, I've never.
Yeah,
What's the name?
Brooks. He committed suicide.
What was the name?
He was literally just on Clubhouse yesterday.
Who did?
Wasn't he?
Well, that's what happens when you commit suicide.
I understand that, but the fact that, like...
I understand why that's like, they're mutually exclusive.
I swear to God, you
Why is it mutually exclusive?
Wait, what is the name?
I swear, I
His
could get,
account
like,
name
shot...
not Brooks.
Brooks.
Shit, no, fuck.
No way.
Are you kidding?
No, completely.
Yeah, no.
He got pissed. He got kicked out of one too many rooms.
Oh
No,
my God, too
No,
soon.
I doubt the
Too
room
soon.
did it. It's probably something
Are you-
personal.
Is he dead?
Yes.
He passed away in July, actually, so it's been a while.
What?
Oh my God, no.
I thought he was just on Clubhouse yesterday. If you look at his
Wait, who passed away?
I'm looking in people. Greg
Brooks.
Brooks now.
Brooks from Canada. Fuck.
It's Brooks.
Wow.
I mean,
I did like him. I mean,
I
I
don't think
did.
he's from Canada.
I mean, he's from Canada. That's like, I'd kill myself too.
Oh my God, Jeff.
I don't know, reading his bio sounds like a
God,
white
Jeff, that
centrist person or a white supremacist.
Just remember, folks, if you ever shoot yourself, the world will continue to turn, and we will make jokes.
Oh my
Y'all are
God.
fucked up. Hampton, if I ever die, don't tell any of these people.
Person.
I'm dead.
Adam, you'll never die. Don't worry. You'll never die. You'll
He's
be
right about
fine.
Canada, though. I would kill myself too.
Yes, Adams, I'm with you. If I die, we'll make a pact. Like, don't tell anybody.
I'll just send flowers to your family.
They-
No, Adam, you're never gonna die. It's gonna be okay.
No, man. Oh, God. That's terrible.
If I die, I desire a bronze statue. Okay, you guys probably won't do that, but hey, we wanted to put it in there.
We'll try not to make fun of you.
Oh, hey,
As long as I
We'll
have
make
the
a room
statue.
about it. Hey,
James wanted this statue, but all he got's a room. Some shit like
Were
that.
you really friends if you're not making fun of your friend after they died? Like, I mean, literally, me and my best friend have already talked about this.
All up. Nobody's making fun of him, they're making fun of Canada. That's the point.
New York, Alex, New York is really afraid of you because he ran away as soon as you showed up.
Wait, where did
I'm not
you?
scary.
Okay, everybody, shut up for 1 second. Can you tell me where did you learn that Brooks died, please?
Monica.
His sister had posted it on something. Somebody had told me about it earlier. Brad was talking about it, so his sister
Yeah,
had
I heard it too.
I heard
I
it too.
just heard a message that he recorded yesterday, and I just went to the voice chat, and it is his voice, so it is him from yesterday.
So there is something about the internet you have to be aware of, is that sometimes people fake their deaths because they want attention. So there is that.
Wait, I thought you said he died in July.
Are we talking about
That's
the
what I
same
was told.
Brooks?
Then you're not talking about the same guy, then.
No,
His
they said
profile's
not
name,
Brooks, that's
his
his name.
profile, yeah, not Brooks, exactly. Like, I was listening to the same Brooks.
was online yesterday,
Hello?
and he recorded a thing, and that's his voice.
Did you not hear me say that earlier, Issa?
Yeah,
No,
I
you
know
didn't
that
say
you
that.
said that, but then somebody said it was in July, so I'm trying to figure out where you heard that.
All you said was that he was online yesterday.
I heard it from Monica.
It's all telephone game right now, so
Well,
we
I
have
hope
no
it's
idea.
not. I hope it's not true. Do you remember Brooks? Al? Like,
Why?
you know, a
Was he,
conservative guy.
did he believe in God?
Yeah.
Why don't you want it to be true, Issa?
Because I don't know, we were not super close friends, but he was a friend. I did speak to him a lot, and he was funny. I remember he was really funny. Or he is very funny, I don't know. Is he really dead, or is this just some bullshit from Monica? Anyway. Well, thanks for letting me know I found out.
Okay, I just went to listen to the rooms, and I don't recognize the voice even. I'm not sure why. I've never met this person.
Yeah, I do recognize his voice. It is him speaking in the room.
Yeah, I guess I've never interacted with him, or just it wasn't in the circles. I'm not sure what it was.
So who heard that he offed himself?
Some random person joined the chat and said it to Brad, and then Brad was telling us about it while Monica was in the room, and then it's carried on.
I heard it as well. I heard it earlier.
By whom?
But
Yeah, but
I don't know
it's
the
from
guy. No,
Monica.
I don't know the guy.
But it is from Monica. Not to be mean, but we probably need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that would make
So
sense because he didn't sound very even in that chat, he didn't sound like he was fully together. Like he was talking very fast, and that's how he always talks. Oh well, then who knows?
I hope he's okay. Anyway, where did you hear it from, Jeff?
I don't remember, but I heard it.
I mean, it's not that I can do anything about it, it's just that I don't know.
Yeah, I heard it. I don't know the guy though.
No, he's white.
No, he's white.
Oh,
Just read his bio.
and
He's like a
that's okay.
redhead.
That's okay.
Were
If he's
you the one
white,
that said he's
fine.
white-centric 5 minutes ago?
I was reading his bio because I checked that because.
So
of
Monica
his,
actually posted
Instagram.
his obituary.
His Instagram has
Did
a
you?
lot of stuff.
Hello, David.
Hello. What?
So Monica. Oh, sorry. Is that Bobadilla? That sounds like Bobadilla. Okay. So Monica posted something with his obituary.
Where?
I don't know. I'm driving. But where Monica, if you go to Monica's voice chat, go to Monica's profile. And look at her voice chat.
Yeah, she posted it somewhere.
You saw that too, El?
Yeah, but the thing she posted, whoever this person was, I don't know if Monica's just wrong. This happened in July.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this not books person, like you said, was on there yesterday. I see the chat.
So Monica is mistaken.
So clearly, we have no idea.
Or full of shit? I don't know.
Watch, it's going to be Doug Biden.
Well, that's.
Has anybody asked Monica why she posted something from July?
No, and I don't see her chat.
Let's ping her in.
Does anybody have her blocked?
No.
I don't.
I'm not a mod, but yeah, ping her in.
I do not.
Okay, I see this link that will work. My brother Brooks Kearney. Let me see. Yeah, this is from July. My brother committed suicide on June 19th. We held a memorial for him yesterday, July 27th, for immediate family and group. There's a video, let me check.
Yeah, let me see pictures. I know what Brooks looks like. Let me see pictures of this person.
Yeah, I'm trying to see the video if it has good photos of him, but
Maybe this is Monica trying to tell us that the person that we thought was Brooks that we were talking to actually died back in July.
I'm just confused.
This is her weird fucking way of trying to tell us some shit. I really don't know, but I don't want any part of it. I thought it was very bizarre that this Brooks person, the people were saying that they passed away. It was very sad. It is what it is. Prayers to the family, but I really don't want no part of this. I think this is some dumbass shit. Why'd you bring it up then? Well, because the way we're breaking it down and listening to the more and more I'm listening to it, I'm like, okay, yeah, Monica probably fucking with people.
Let me text Brooks and let's see if he answers. If he answers.
So you got his number?
No, I mean on the back channel.
Brad said he knew him personally in real life and went to drinks with him and stuff. I'm just confused.
That's not true. That can't be true.
I have no idea. That's what Brad was saying. Brad was like, I went to drinks with him. He's pretty cool. I got to know him, stuff like that. So I don't know who he was talking about if it's not this person from.
Ooh, somebody get ready to spin a narrative. This is crazy.
It's an AI. It turns out he's been gone since July, and it's the AI on here pretending to be him.
I don't fucking know.
It copied his voice and is now just keeping him alive.
Body snatched him, and it's his ghost on here. Yeah, that would be horrific.
Oh my god.
So y'all, what? So y'all have seen him since that?
Hold on, Holly. What happened, Issa? Issa, what happened?
She's doing a voice message to him right now.
Go ahead, Holly. What were you saying?
Oh, I was just asking if y'all had seen him on here, because I haven't seen him in quite a long time.
Oh, I see that he was responding to Monica's little voice thing just yesterday, a day ago. It's in the recorded thing under his name and his profile. It's right there underneath the houses.
Okay, but no, here's the thing. So the chat looks updated from yesterday, but his message was from March. And Monica posted that yesterday, that's why it says a day ago.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. So it might be him.
It might be him. Yeah, because I heard his voice, and I'm like, yeah, that's his name. And that's his voice, sorry. And
right.
But his message, the voice that I heard was from March, the message. So Monica must have gone to that chat just to post the thing so that people would know.
That's so sad.
Oh, wow.
Just like Ryan does.
Yeah, Ryan had some problems, yeah. Doesn't he know I'm black?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if
I don't think so, yeah. I don't know if you're black. Imagine if he defines out you're black.
I kind of wanted to know.
I think he knows you're black.
No, he doesn't care, dude. He doesn't care if you're black.
No, because obviously if he finds out that if he was black, McLevin, and if he said something that went against his logic, he would call him, shut the fuck up, nigger. You don't know shit, fucking damn nigger.
They don't think, like, as long as they don't get caught or they don't get arrested, it's not a crime. You don't need to be arrested or deported to break the law. If you broke the law, you broke the law. They're two separate things. And then the consequence.
جمع شدن با هم دیگه و خوشحالی و وقتی با هم هستن و مهربونیشون و اینطور چیزا بیشتر در سطح من میتونم بگم از یک کسی که بیرون
She's just fucking with us.
I am.
It was confusing when I was looking it up earlier.
Oh, he was very sweet.
We can't even hear your echoey, whispery shit. Go away.
You want to stay on the...
Just kick him out.
Just kick him.
Why are you guys acknowledging him? You should have just let him keep going and ignored him.
You're right. Barely can hear him anyway.
I literally couldn't.
What did the brother say again? His brother came on here and said...
The sister message, Monica.
Oh, it's sad. I did like Brooks a lot.
That's sad.
Well, one day we're here and the other we're not. So, let's keep wasting our time on Clubhouse.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I heard another story about a woman that used to be a trucker that was on Clubhouse, and she was in the middle of speaking, giving like a lecture on here, and then stopped. Apparently she had dropped dead, and everybody was wondering what had happened, and they didn't know until about 10 minutes later when her boyfriend came in and found her.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and they could hear it because it wasn't muted, so they heard him screaming, like trying to figure it out.
Clubhouse.
In the middle of talking.
Oh, shit.
I almost died on Clubhouse one day, too.
Driving down the street, you almost crashed into somebody.
I was going out in the street, yeah, and I remember I had fever and everything. Like I went to, it was in the COVID time, I went to get a test, and I I was gonna jump on the train, and when I was about to get in on the tram, my arm got stuck on the door, and I couldn't get in, and then it started running. And then I started running with the train. And then at some point I couldn't run anymore, and my feet were getting under, where the rails go. And the guy was trying to open the door from inside, and he couldn't, and so he kicked the emergency thing. And then the train stopped abruptly, and I flew away. Shit! And I was on Clubhouse on my earphones, and I was on mute, and I could hear them speaking, but I couldn't do anything. I couldn't say anything. I was like, oh shit! And I'm listening to the guys on Clubhouse, and I'm here like running next to a train. Yeah.
Could you imagine laughing?
Say Clubhouse after you got it all straightened out.
Yeah, well, first I yelled at the driver, and I was like, "Hey, you got one job, and you don't even look at your mirror that I am just about to enter." And I'm like, "I need your name. Give me your name." And I was gonna.
How's your German yelling?
Did you sue them?
No, you can't do that. I tried, but you can't.
They're part of the government.
Could you imagine dying to listening to Clubhouse?
Yeah. That's what I was just about to say. Getting stepping off a curb and getting hit by a bus. As you're cussing somebody out. What a fucking anti-Semitic Arabs cussing out people and then end up stepping off a cliff or something.
Exactly. Killed because Paula made me laugh too hard.
I would have died listening to Augustus. He was the one talking.
Oh, that would suck.
Oh, that would be
He would
terrible.
have been the last
It's better than dying to make it pop.
So you say, can you yell really loud?
It's better than dying listening to Monica.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I yelled loudly to the driver.
No, I mean, are you authoritative in German? You're yelling?
Oh, no, I was cussing in English.
Oh, in English. Oh. Yeah, everyone speaks English there, right?
Yeah, German's just an aggressive language now.
Yeah, no, it just sounds 10 times worse than it actually
It really does.
You could wish someone a happy day, and they're like,
but
what the
I
fuck?
was so scared, and I was so angry.
Yeah, if you turn on German news in the morning for the weather, it sounds like Hitler.
Did you literally just say I love you?
I forgot to say thank you to the guy that pushed the emergency button, and then I remembered hours later. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, Donka. That's thank you. Donka. It even sounds like, like you're hunting you.
Such a language.
It just sounds deadly, man.
There's a good comedy routine in here someplace.
I thought it was a generational trauma that triggered me whenever I heard German, but no, it's just an aggressive.
It's intergenerational, like the Palestinian refugees.
Oh God!
Could you imagine if somebody got hit by a train as they're sitting there listening to Kelly calling them an idiot? We hear the train horn, then they just disappear.
Oh my God!
You're like, can you let him get a word in edgewise? No, shut the fuck up.
You guys, the last thing he heard was me calling him a dumbass, which he was. But it's just sad. It's the last thing he heard. I can see that happening.
I can see it happening.
Exactly. Oh my God.
Totally hysterical.
Shit. Oh God. The things that happen on this app. I will say there's been a few times I almost didn't make it to the bathroom.
On Clubhouse?
Yeah.
There's been a few times I was getting yelled at by my wife and I almost didn't mute up.
I was sitting there listening to people argue, and I was starting to get anxiety because listening to that, and then I had to shit at the same time. The seat covers wouldn't come out fast enough.
You need to do what I do, embrace diapers.
I'm telling you, God, this app will fuck with you.
Dude, it's crazy how addictive it can be, though.
It is extremely addictive. It really is. Like, I'll be sitting here bored and I'll think, like, I want to get on Clubhouse. I'll stop doing anything else and get on Clubhouse.
Even after I broke my Clubhouse addiction, I still couldn't stay.
It's like crack cocaine. Just
I eventually
falls
came
you
back.
in.
We all come back.
All other social media, like, I'll be on it, Twitter, X, Facebook, whatever it is, and I'm like, damn, I want to talk to people. These comments aren't rolling fast enough.
My favorite part of Clubhouse, I think, is talking shit to people. Like, it's become one of my favorite hobbies.
You know, there's a cult in California where they get in a circle and they all roast each other and say mean shit and just, like, be racist and sexist. And it's a cult, and it's a therapy that they actually do that bonds them into the cult. I'm pretty sure we are all following that exact example. We are in a cult.
I wouldn't call that a cult. I would call that Clubhouse.
Please, no, the hell we are not. Please, I would get arrested at that camp out so quickly. No, I'm telling you, oof. There are just certain buttons that I feel like people push on the internet that they just, kind of get their shit off, and they would just normally not push it in.
Yes.
So I think that's extremely.
That's me.
Because there's just certain buttons.
That's totally me. I'm not such a bitch in real life. I'm actually quite the opposite. I swear to God, you wouldn't believe that, but I'm really nice in real life.
No, come on.
I am a red hat wearing insane person in real life. I am actually like this.
Yeah, but you don't sound that insane.
The person I worry about on Clubhouse is a guy named Doc, because I'm sure he'd like that in real life, and it's like, man, we gotta find him.
Oh, Doc's not well.
Doesn't want to be found.
No.
Doc's in the woods, hiding in a hole or something.
Doc is a little puppy.
I have been on the app listening. He's like, someone said something one day, in the morning, mind you, he was lit. In the morning, he started drinking it.
Most mornings.
Yeah.
Most mornings.
And he's like, motherfucker, and I hear gunshots.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Yeah, well, he's angry at people, and he's like shooting his shotgun off. He's like, you hear that? That's my shotgun. And I'm like, whoa.
He actually shot his ceiling.
Doc.
He shot his ceiling in a room once.
I know, and he goes, oh shit, I thought I was muted up.
He's a crazy motherfucker.
T-Con, you got it. It's Mr. fucking Leahy for sure.
He is a crazy motherfucker.
Doc, this is a room they're talking about
here.
here.
I know they're like this off this. Jazzy, she's definitely like this off this app. Yeah.
Ella was talking about how you shot your gun in the morning, screaming motherfuckers at people.
Just a hair trigger temper.
The most racist thought you can think of. That's what he meant.
No, just a hair trigger temper. That's
Yeah.
Yep. That is what it is.
I'm sure Monica is exactly like Monica off this app. I'm sure the kids selling lemonade in a mile radius from her are all miserable.
Off this app, I'm a little different. During the holidays, I'll cuss people out maybe once every other week. But usually there's a once a week incident where somebody ends up embarrassed in public. But, it depends on what it is. I don't even necessarily have to get loud. But,
My favorite, though, is when Adams gets on his big mic. Oh,
I love Adams.
Adams on his big mic. I'm like, yes.
It is great.
Look at him. He knows exactly. He gets up real close to his mic. Yes. We've got a minute of it in this room. That room was about to get wild.
Yeah. That's all I can handle with that for tonight. I'm tired.
Me too. And it gets dark here at 5 o'clock now.
Okay, guys, I have a question.
Yeah.
What's up?
What do we think about Tulsi Gabbard?
You know why I love her? I hate her. That's why I love her.
Yeah, but I don't.
I'm not down for that get down anymore. No, I'm not, because to me, I feel like people are getting way too comfortable, and we're starting to see things that people are just getting too comfortable.
Don't make the same mistakes Democrats did, because that's exactly what Democrats did.
No. See, here's the thing. I'm not too worried about it. Trump doesn't give a fuck. You fire a motherfucker inning the New York thing. He doesn't care. So, to me, I'm not worried about it because this guy is not, he's only got 4 years. He knows it. You can tell he's learned his lesson. He's going to put up his shit. So I think the people he's chosen because they're loyal.
Exactly. I trust Trump's opinion to make sure
But Tulsi Gabbard, here's what upsets me about Tulsi Gabbard. She thinks that we should be in the Iranian nuclear deal.
Does she?
Well, somebody shared a tweet that she was calling Trump irresponsible because he didn't want to get into it.
As long as he does what Trump says, then I think we'll be good.
Exactly. And the thing is, you have to remember.
But she's director of intelligence.
Like, hold on. When was that tweet? Because a lot has probably happened from the time she tweeted that till today.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, but do you think her stance?
Here's the thing.
Yeah, I do.
It wasn't that long ago that Elon Musk, and I don't mean to interrupt you, it wasn't that long ago that Elon Musk was supporting Ron DeSantis and making some very derogatory comments about Donald Trump.
Right.
So this whole brotherhood to the MAGA movement bullshit that people are doing, I think that it's cooperation for right now. But I also think that there's a lot of egos in the room where it's going to be a matter of time before, some of them start getting picked out of their positions. It becomes very apparent that he used them to the aims of which he needed to. And he's just going to proceed with what the hell Trump wants to do. And I'm all for that. But these co-signing dick riders that quite frankly aren't embodying the sentiment of Trump, that really led me to hold my nose and not listen to the other shit around it. You see what I'm saying? These people are going to start antagonizing opposition that he does not need right now.
Well, so to your point, go read the tweet that Elon Musk just made about Matt Gaetz. I love it and I hate it all at once. I love it for MAGA. I love what he's saying.
Can you maybe read it to me?
The rest of the world, or even people who aren't necessary.
Listen, I think that a lot of people will respect, calling each other out in your own party, That's another failure of the Democratic Party. They refuse to condemn anybody in their own party until they excluded themselves from everybody.
Wait, did you guys... what you need to do is go read Elon Musk's tweet tonight about Matt Gaetz. I loved it.
Wait, can you read it?
Yeah, I'll read it to you. But I loved it and I hated it all at once because I loved it for MAGA. But for people listening or reading it, not maybe fully understanding what he knows, I won't spoil it. I'll read it and you guys tell me what your impression. Here we go. Let's see. So, Elon Musk, and this is today. Matt Gaetz has 3 critical assets that are needed for the AG role: a big brain, a spine of steel, and an axe to grind. He is the Judge Dredd America needs to clean up a corrupt system and put powerful bad actors in prison. Gaetz will be our hammer of justice. And then in his first comment under that, he said, as for these accusations against him, I consider them worthless. Under our laws, a man is considered innocent until proven guilty. If A.G. Garland, an unprincipled douchebag, these are Elon's words, could have secured a conviction against Gaetz, he would have. But he knew he did not have the case. Case closed.
So, here's my question.
Sorry.
Elon Musk concerns me too. I saw something earlier that said Elon Musk is arranging meetings with somebody in Iran so that they could seek peace negotiations or some shit. Don't quote me verbatim. It was something along those lines.
I don't know. Right now you're going to see a lot of stuff that comes out and only about...
That's not a good thing because Iran is... They might seek peace, but they're still going to be plotting.
Right. And see, Paula, the thing that I have a problem with, and I hear Elle's point as far as liking the statement and not at the same time. Right. The comment that he made about the axe to grind, that to me does not embody a sentiment of it's a sentiment of hypocrisy. Right. You see what I'm saying? Right. Because this is the same thing that we accuse the other side of doing, and now we're openly just not even admitting it.
No, it's not even close to this.
No, hold on. I don't like the undertone of the statement that he made in context of him saying that he had an axe to grind. That's all I'm saying. Everything else that he said was wonderful. If you want to throw these disgusting, filthy bastards in jail, that's fine. But what I'm not going to listen to for the next 4 years is something that's going to break us off into some sort of cultural war riot to where now it's manifesting into violence because people are now panicking. You see what I'm saying? And I get where a lot of you guys are coming from with the whole free speech aspect of it, but I'm just asking you guys to hear me very clearly when I say that. A lot of you guys do not live in places where things have literally almost burned down to the ground. Okay? And I'm talking every other freaking block.
Dude, I
I'm talking
live in Minneapolis.
Okay, so you understand now.
Pops off, like they burn shit.
Right. And for me, I am not looking forward to another summer of love where it's taking 4.5 to 8 hours to get home. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to be dealing with that.
I think those people are
So
Like, I just miss the absolute euphoria of playing a game masterfully and feeling like it meant something.
Yeah, I feel that.
Well, I'm more worried about the anime division. Half my favorite animes are from Kitover. What the fuck is gonna happen?
So here's what we're gonna do, alright? We have a solution for this. China, okay? And they're gonna copy all kinds of good video games. They're gonna make better video games. Now, just the slight off chances, whenever, like, there's a bit of censorship in their media, they sometimes turn blood into a white liquid, which makes some of the anime battles look really suspicious, but that's fine. You know, I can work with that.
Wow. Oh yeah, Black King Wukong, yeah.
Yeah, when there's like white liquid that comes out of a person instead of red liquid because it's blood and it's everywhere, it kind of makes the whole story a little bit different. But you know, I think we can live with that. We can make that small adjustment.
And then they
proteins made out of white blood cells. That's what we're going to use as an excuse. Anyways,
now that we talked about anime, we got the anime profile pictures showing up.
Yeah. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to learn a bunch of Chinese, and then we're going to figure out our way through that. We're going to enter all the playing circles there. We're going to infiltrate them for a change.
Ni hao.
I'm serious, that's still going to happen. That's seriously still going to happen. There's 2 ways out of this. But so there's 2 scenarios. Fuck this internet.
Ni hao. Shi shi ni.
What?
Oh, just like, you know, talking about something, Algo picks it up. All of a sudden it shows up on people's feeds and they end up in the room.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what's going on.
Have you watched ReZero?
No, I have not.
Alright.
Tell me about it.
It's a great anime. I love it.
I used to watch a lot of anime, but that was when I had a lot more spare time.
It's actually a very, very interesting concept. It's like basically, one of my favorite aspects of it is like, you know how like there's the 7 deadly sins,
Yes.
and then there's like 7 virtues that kind of oppose the sins.
Okay.
So the main character, has to kind of choose between the path of virtue and the path of sin. And if he goes down the path of sin, that's like a ReZero If story, and like the story is like him like sometimes a lot of times it's like him finding like the virtue within the sin, and he gets to go back in time. Like he goes back in time whenever he dies, and
very interesting. That sounds cool as fuck.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite animes. That's owned by Kitakoa, which I have no doubts that Sony will fuck up.
Wild. Yeah, I do. I hate the consolidation that we're seeing in the media. Like, Disney acquiring, like, Marvel and Star Wars and just, like, and Fox, I think. Like, Disney has become...
Oh,
yeah. And you've seen it in other places, too, with consolidation of news media ownership and other things where it's just, like, how few people does it need to be before we see it's like a monopolized industry and like try to change it somehow?
Sony's trying to build like a massive Sony media library, which isn't just movies or TV shows or music or whatever. They're trying to build they're trying to build like a Sony service that has like everything. So video games, music, movies, TV shows, anime, whatever you name it. So they want to they're purchasing a bunch of IP to consolidate everything. It's like a single Sony service.
That's an interesting strategy. I mean, I think if you're aiming to be like a content streaming service, that's good. But if you want to be people's hub for everything, like, probably first focus needs to be just being the best at, like, every type of thing you want to be the hub for. Like, if it's streaming, like, streaming quality, but if you want to be the hub for other types of things like payments, or like direct messaging.
No, it's just the hub for everything media. All forms of media. That's what they've said in their shareholder letter.
Fancy media company. All right.
Yeah, that's why if you look at all their recent acquisitions, it's all focused on entertainment.
Yeah.
Music, video games, movies, TV shows, anime.
I do think one of the worst things about a lot of the current media companies, like talking about like Netflix, Hulu, lesser extent HBO, but also a little bit, is the inconsistent IP rates, right? And so like something will go off of streaming because their contract for the IP rights ended, and then so seeing a media company that is consolidating ownership media so that you can make it consistently available is kind of cool, I guess.
But the problem with Netflix is that everything they release has to have some sort of bullshit in it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know that that's necessarily the way things are going to keep going everywhere forever.
Yeah, I hope not. I know that the Daily Wire released like a service for like entertainment recently.
then you're saying they're not Marshall.
They aren't. Yeah, they are.
Not Marshall.
I agree.
I guarantee you, Venezuelans are fucking protesting. They're all gonna be rounded up and fucking deported by the
If
federal
I had
government.
100 Venezuelans outside my house threatening me, I would open fire. We'll open happily with a smile on my face.
Well, good thing you were never going to be in charge of anything in government fucking ever.
You think so? I'm actually right up there, Mark.
Treat a bunch of Americans as if they are enemy combatants.
Okay.
You're
not enemy combatants. Illegal entry into the country is a national invasion.
You don't take half the country and turn them into enemy combatants. It's a moronic idea.
You were talking past each other. He did not say Americans.
He said illegals. And yeah, James, hey, let's roll together. Fuck them.
The difference is you're not going to see that black versus white war that you like during BLM. You're not going to see that. I'm seeing
That's
fucking.
not the war you need to be focused about. We're not talking about race. We're talking about ideology.
Yeah. And
okay,
the left
that's
the
the war that's
literally ideology. Exactly.
Right. That is the war that is more dangerous and where it
on the left are fucking.
Listen. You now have people on U.S. soil that have this radical Islamic Middle Eastern guerrilla warfare ideological type of mindset. Okay, this shit is a recipe for disaster.
Girls with blue hair, bro.
Bro, that's not true.
You're so dumb.
It's almost that.
Vinny, what state do you live in, Vinny?
It is.
What state do you live in, Vinny?
Everywhere. Florida, fucking LA.
Okay.
This is crazy.
LA is not a state, but okay.
I'm saying I lived all over the states. I'm not in the states right now. I'm in Canada right now.
Okay, that makes
You're
sense.
in Canada. You're in a whole other country.
Okay.
You went way North America.
Because tensions are a little high here. I'm just saying, especially right now.
So me and Marshall actually get along great.
If any of you spend any time on X, like people are unhinged over there.
Oh
They're
yeah,
unhinged.
it's worse than Clubhouse.
But again, I am just here going on record. I did not really think that rhetoric from Musk, personally, it even hit me wrong. And I'm pretty go. It just put in my 2 cents.
The way I see it is we got 4 years to do it, and this is the only 4 years we got left. After this, it's like, guys, it's the end line.
Why don't we just do it?
And it might be shorter. It might be 2 years.
It's not going to disintegrate too.
Well, let's just hope that Trump doesn't get fucking assassinated too. Like,
if he gets assassinated, JD Vance is president.
that's true.
And then
You're missing the point.
I could like that.
He would be assassinated. That would be a bad thing to happen.
Honestly, Vance is probably better. I ran in the car.
You're missing the point. Assassinating an American president is a bad idea. Just like full stop.
Of course, I'm just saying. Like,
Nobody
it
wanting
would
to assassinate some president, bro.
You've had civil wars in other countries that have broken out for people less than the president getting assassinated.
Literally.
So again, at the end of the day, I feel like y'all are not accepting the fact that there is an ideological shift on one side that has made it very clear that they are willing to engage in domestic terrorism and domestic radicalism. And I don't think that y'all are taking that. Hold on, you're cutting me off. Let me finish. Let me just land my plane, bro. Again, I don't think that you're taking into consideration that your eyes, ears, and your noses are not in other places around this damn country where some of them men, okay, that are sitting up in there talking shit, like how we are up on this app, are doing the same damn thing in their basement on the other side, stockpiling weapons. So again, y'all need to just be very careful and take this win with some grace. And I refer back to sportsmanship. You don't run the score up on the other team, and you don't punch people in the face when you're shaking hands at the end of the game. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, and to your point, we have never spit in the face of any person we ran the score up on.
You haven't.
Okay, let's go backwards. Our side, the conservative side, we just been chill.
No.
We're not out here looting and burning up shit. But we're
get to the point we're tired of this shit. Now, if these fucktards, progressive, whatever the fuck you want to call these pink, purple-haired dinosaurs, fat bitches and fat motherfucking niggas, whatever you want to call them, they gonna get run up and they gonna fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
We're tired of it.
Fast K is right.
It's simple.
And the difference is in 2020 they had the hood behind them. That's kind of like, you know, to make them feel tough. They don't have that. They really don't. You guys have to understand that aspect.
Yeah, the problem is going to be, I have a feeling, to kind of envelop what you're all saying, is it could turn into something like the 1960s, but worse, which is where we're headed.
And you're going to be having both people on either sides. It's going to look like a rainbow coalition on either side. So I wish people would stop focusing on race. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
It will, yeah.
It will. Because it comes down to ideology. It doesn't come down to race.
It is ideology.
It is.
It's not going to be race.
Did you not see those protests for the Israel-Palestine shit?
I agree with
There were black people, Mexican people, Arab people, Jewish people on one side. They were the same on the other. So again, it comes down to ideology. That's all I'm saying. We've never seen.
Listen, but the thing is, according to polls, most people are uninformed about what stance they take on many issues. So while that's the case, we have a job to do. We have a job to inform those people of what's going on and bring them in.
Hold on.
Yeah, we try.
You guys
You're gonna fuck around and find out. You bring your inside to the country, you're gonna find out.
That's exactly right. I'm the fuck around to find out king. There's somebody out there who has experience with it. He is 6 feet under now today. Amen to him.
And I can guarantee you take your ass down in the hood with that bullshit, you're gonna get fucked up, because most of these hoods, quote unquote hoods, whatever, are conservative.
Yeah.
They not dealing with that bullshit. You bring your ass out here to the sticks. Yeah. You're gonna fuck around and really find out.
Protecting them during the
Hold on.
We need to act locally.
You guys are mistaken. Like the Palestinian movement. The mass amounts of those people do not fuck with any of that gay shit. They fucking hate that shit. The hood don't fuck with it. They fucking think they're bati boys, fucking faggots. They don't fuck with none of that gay shit. So like, who is the Rainbow
why
Mafia
are you focused on gay shit?
Yeah. I'm saying, who is the Rainbow Mafia have as this massive
Rainbow Coalition is what they said.
Yeah, so this Rainbow Coalition is not going to have.
That doesn't mean that
has nothing to do with gay people. Do you know what the Rainbow? You wanted to sit up in here. Hold on. Thank you, Ryan. So again, at the end of the day, you did not understand what I meant by a Rainbow Coalition that had nothing to do with gay people. Right. So you want to talk about Black history and what Black people in the hood are doing? Stop trying to hijack our culture, bro. You need to understand the history behind what the Rainbow Coalition means. That was a pro-Black movement. Thank you. That was a pro-Black movement. Thank you. That was a pro-Black movement. That had nothing to do with gay people.
That's what I thought you told me something else.
No. So I'm not trying to go up on you. I'm not trying to go up on you. But what I'm saying is you need to just be listening and not trying to throw that type of narrative in this, because you're not hearing us. Okay? This shit has nothing to do with race. This shit has to do with ideology.
That's LGBT. I think we might be going to the LGBT, whatever the fuck they are.
That was my point.
Well, the weird part is there are gays that don't identify with LGBTQ.
Progressive.
They wear red MAGA hats and everything. They're not. They completely reject the rainbow code. You know,
I'm not
there's
talking
regular
about gay people. I'm talking about the super wokey fucking.
You're talking about the Larry.
Whatever you're talking about is in response to something totally related to what you brought up. You're responding to Adams, who said Rainbow Coalition, which means something totally different than the TQ rainbow.
Yeah, I think he understands now that I broke down the history of what it means. But let's go back to what I was saying as far as the rhetoric. Let's go back to what I'm saying as far as the rhetoric. Okay, there's no reason why we need to be getting up in these people's face about the changes that we're going to be making juridically and making electorally. You see what I'm saying? Through the different policies that we're going to be making legislatively.
We need to stop telling them what we're going to be doing.
We just need to go and do it. So at the end of the day, there's no reason to be opening up rooms, antagonizing people on this damn app. These are the times for us to be able to enjoy our echo chambers and how they were able to enjoy it for the last 4 years. Okay? So at the end of the day, we need to handle this in a way to where we are the responsible party that was able to bring America together, have people come to their senses, and de-escalate things from coming to a civil war. Because I'm telling you right now, I am about to turn fucking 40 pretty soon, and at this point, I am absolutely tired of going through these cycles of economic instability that is ultimately going to affect my retirement, okay? So we really need to start thinking about how this is affecting our everyday bottom line and not allowing ourselves to run our mouths and contribute to the fucking problem that is standing in our own way.
I agree with you, Adams. But in the streets, if you want to do this, it's time for us on the right to say, fuck around and find out. I'm tired of getting punched in the face.
They're not punching nobody right now.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
KP, but we old school though. We old school. This is that mumble rapper new bullshit. That fuck around and find out shit. No, how about don't start, no won't be nothing. That's when you get back to stuck around, don't find out. That's what it means to be a man in this country.
Fuck around and find out, same thing.
No, but we gotta explain these steps to these
young puppies.
Okay, but we gotta explain to these young puppies exactly.
You should be very interesting, Link. What's going on with Linda McMahon?
She's gonna wrestle the Department of Education back into shape.
Yeah, that's wild. Dude, there was like really good picks and Jesus, Linda McMahon, huh?
I would love to know his reasoning behind it. Like, what purpose? Like, what has she got? I'm sure she's some of the brains behind the WWE. That's entertainment. It's far different than education, but we'll see. Motivation can get people a long ways, but I'm not sure on that pick. I'm a little bit leery of the Gates, but I get it because when I first heard it, I was like, here we go. But he's also one of these guys that Trump looks at as they came after you. Let's get him back. Let's clean it up. And so in that regards, I think he's got a motivated person there. Now we'll see, what happens. He's never been charged with a lot of these things, but you got people who are witnesses. But let's be real. I do not believe for a second the bullshit about the Bergdorf Goodman. You can't walk in that damn store and walk 2 feet without every eye on you if it were you and I, let alone being Donald Trump back when it happened. And the reason that woman didn't say what year it happened was because all they had to do was subpoena anybody that worked there. You're not going to drag somebody in the back of that store. Anybody who's been there will tell you that. You're not going to drag somebody in the freaking dressing room and be able to rape them. And so, we've seen it with the Kavanaugh thing. They come up, they fabricate witnesses, and never do we have physical evidence. Never do we have anything that materializes. It's just it's a defamation, attempt is what I feel it is. But I don't know with Gates. I don't know enough about it, but he's definitely going to be motivated.
Respectfully, Roger, I think we have to remember the Democratic Party has a demonstrated history of using false rape allegations to discredit Republicans. I don't know if you're old enough to remember Tawana Brawley. I don't know if you're old enough to remember the Duke lacrosse hoax. Just go through, you can list dozens and dozens and dozens of times that the Democratic Party has done.
Joe, how old do you think I am?
Well, you're so handsome and energetic. You must be a young man.
I'm firmly Gen X.
Well, then, respectfully, do you remember the Tawana Brawley hoax? Do you remember Duke lacrosse hoax?
Oh, yeah. Faux show. The first election that I voted in was in '92.
Well, just want to say that given the track record of false allegations, I just think that you have to be skeptical. That's all.
So, Linda McMahon, though. Let's talk about that. Department of Education. Is that who you would have suspected would run the Department of Education? Unless she's going to, because of the theatrics that she's used to, maybe they are planning to get rid of the Department of Education, and maybe perhaps it didn't require someone that knows anything about education.
So I don't know. We're gonna see. That to me, that's the weirdest pick he's made so far. Austin has a criticism of me. Go ahead.
So, unless it's a new word, thoughts. I think you're trying to say thoughts, but perhaps tater tots. That's not the way it's spelled. Just saying. Don't know if you knew that.
Thoughts means that hoe over there. So
that's my mistake. I was ignorant to that, and I apologize. I retract my last.
Yep, you got it. I'm here to educate.
Appreciate it.
Here to educate. Yeah. I wonder why Eric's not coming up. He normally comes up and adds value. Let's see. Marshall, welcome back.
Dr. Jordan here. He's in some stupid room led by Jonathan.
Jonathan, who?
You know, Million Marathon.
I'm just convinced that my mic is bad right now. Is my mic terrible?
Yeah, your mic's not too bad. What's going on with Jonathan? He's not processing the results of the election too well, is he?
Oh, I highly doubt it. No, he's still running rooms on why this is so wrong, and now finding stuff to talk about outside of the country that's being affected. I don't know. They're talking about Mexico, and if we're treating Mexico right, it's just a bunch of.
I got into it with him a little bit on tariffs, and he was trying to say how bad they were, and then he was just, how he's going to constantly cut you off and throw you off the stage, and so he's cutting you off, and then all of a sudden Grant comes on and starts reiterating the same thing. And then I said something, and then Grant told him to let me go, keep going. And I was explaining it, and Jonathan kept cutting me off. And finally, I just was sick of it. And so I just jumped in and spoke louder. And it's just like, here's where you're fucking wrong. And then finally he shut up, and then Grant said, that's what I'm talking about. And then Jonathan's like, Corey, you got to grow a set of balls because you didn't say that until Grant got on. I was like, no, you just threaten to throw people off the stage when you interrupt him and don't let him finish. So that's one reason I quit going into that room at all. It's the reason I didn't go into chatter. It's just the same old shit, and it's like somebody's
chatter.
I have to tell you, the one thing, if I had to point to one thing that made chatter less, fun, it's Jonathan. And I don't dislike Jonathan, to be honest. I think he's got some wacky political views, but when it comes to Israel, for example, he was a good ally of Israel. I thought that was cool, but he runs dumb rooms and he attracts dumb people, and he really doesn't want to hear the other side. I might berate people every now and again when I'm bored or want to stir the pot, but I do like to hear what other people have to say. I actually enjoy trying to understand. I'm in San Francisco right now. I was out to dinner with 3 people, and it's funny. We were having a conversation, and I was clearly the voice of reason at the table, and all 3 of them were against me. And then the waitress came by, and one of the guys tried to enlist the waitress's help because that's always a good idea, and the waitress agreed with me, and I was like, yes, I got a waitress in San Francisco to agree with me. I could have been in a room full of 1,000 people that disagreed with me. I don't care if I'm outnumbered. If I believe I'm correct, why would I surrender my position? But the fact that I got a waitress to agree with me, and you know what the issue was? The issue was in regards to government spending. And, you guys probably know my opinion on this, but this guy was making it the point that in California, that they don't, he said they don't, they should tax people more so they can adequately handle the homeless problem. And then when I went into the whole reason why money is not the issue, he lost his mind. And, yeah. But this woman that's a waitress that knows that these homeless people that piss in the doorway of their fucking restaurant, she had a different opinion. She doesn't think it's money either. It's the tolerance of like allowing people to piss and shit in front of your place. I mean, telling them they can't piss and shit there doesn't solve the homeless problem, but inviting them and telling people anywhere in the world, hey, come to our city. We'll give you food and we'll care for you in ways that other places won't. It's just weird. The only thing that's less inviting for homeless people that I still don't quite get why they like San Francisco is it gets cold at night. If they were to just go to the East Bay and they'd have better weather. I don't know. But
the people in San Francisco are more altruistic. The average person in San Francisco just donates a lot more money to the homeless. Also, actually, San Francisco has the cheapest fentanyl in America. I don't know exactly why, but if you go to the Tenderloin and you try to buy fentanyl, you'll find it's much, much cheaper in the Tenderloin than anywhere else in America. And then the last thing I'd say is there's a program where San Francisco gives each homeless person $700 in addition to whatever other Social Security payments and other payments they're getting. So it's actually, believe it or not, it's economically rational for homeless people to move to San Francisco.
Isn't it the free market? Like, that's why it's cheaper, is because there's less restrictions on sale. If you were going to sell somewhere else, you might get locked up and that whole shit. But since it's easier to get away with it, of course it would have to be cheaper. More people.
Yeah,
Well, it doesn't have to be transported anywhere.
Yeah, I don't. To be honest with you, I don't know why fentanyl is cheaper in San Francisco. It could be just like I just don't know, but it's been studied by people, and it's economically rational. And I actually think that for the
just me, or is he breaking up?
No, I just think that I have a different view of San Francisco than most other people. I think that San Francisco should have the freedom to do whatever it wants with illegals and homeless and criminals. And I think it's better for America. It's actually better for America if San Francisco stays shitty forever, because it serves as a cautionary tale. And people from all over America come to San Francisco as tourists, and they see how much it sucks, and then it causes them to vote more logically in their hometown. So conversely, I would say, I want San Francisco, for the good of America, San Francisco should say,
The cost of fentanyl and availability in large number of homeless people is essentially why they've gone to fentanyl more, because of that. When you have, first of all, a lax community like that on the drug, the drug use, and then you have a drug that's coming in and making, you cut it with anything and it cheapens it up. So that's why the fentanyl problem in San Francisco is ballooning. I had a couple that came over from San Francisco. The one, he was
It's not going to be a simple.
I think the mistake you're making is that you don't realize the war has already started. The shooting has already begun. The biggest mistake that you can make in war is not action, it is inaction when the enemy is advancing on your line.
Not really, bro. That's not what's happening. The moment...
Are you
kind
of
right.
No,
but
see, this people in red hats murdered in the streets. Riots across the country, guys. We are at a war.
James, I consider you a friend on this app. Like, we've had each other's back. Like, I consider you a road dog on this app. Respectfully, you don't live in a place where this is going to affect you in your front door. It's not. So, respectfully, it is simply not. There are those of us Republicans that live in purple states and live in places where it is attractive.
I live in a blue-ass state.
Thank you. It's attractive for people to be able to cause this problem. My city is going to have the next Olympics.
My city is like the bluest of all of America.
Wait, what city?
I live in LA.
Bro, I live in LA sometimes too.
No, I'm not talking about sometimes. I was born and raised in California.
Okay, fine. But, at the end of the day, LA... No, this is going to happen in LA, bro.
So this is what I'm telling you.
People
People said that last time. People said that last time, and let me tell you what happened. Me, my dogs, and a bunch of fucking suitcases had to flee in the middle of the night where people were rioting and looting and jumping on a plane and going to Miami. So again, okay. So
It's unfortunately they think that the politically correct thing is the thing that works, but it doesn't work in the financial world. Things just nobody wants to be there. I'll spend my money and go elsewhere where I don't have to deal with that level of homelessness and the riffraff in the streets. I don't want to be amongst tents when I want to walk around with my girlfriend, whatever. In San Francisco, if they don't clean it up, they're going to continue to lose. They're losing all sorts of business, from tech to the financial world. Is leaving and getting out of there. And they're talking about an exit tax. Go ahead and put that on. See how fast before that gets implemented. You lose a bunch more businesses. Now you're looking at you have to start taxing people for every mile they drive on their electric cars, because you're not pulling in enough taxes anymore, because you're chasing the ones with the money out. California's doing everything wrong.
They're not doing everything wrong, respectfully. There's still some things that they do right.
They do wine right.
Well, I mean, they still have, it's the tech capital. I mean, it's Silicon Valley is still Silicon Valley, whether we like it or not. We could talk about the shit on the sidewalk all we want. We could talk about the fentanyl. We could talk about the fact that they've legalized shoplifting, but there's still a collection of very bright people that come from all over the world. What? Is there a reason why I just got interrupted?
Yeah, I have a comment to make about that.
Okay, go ahead then. I'll yield.
Okay, so first I was going to ask, why do people who live there defend the poopiness and the homelessness and say, oh, it's not that bad? And my younger sister works and goes to and teaches at that Berkeley school. And she just becomes more and more like, I don't know, I just call it wacky and nuts, because they're so it's one of the most liberal schools out there. And she even commented, she was like, there's no poop in that, like one time. And it's like, whoa, like, well, I get offended, but when I was just trying to help you out, and then also my friends on this app who live in the Bay Area or San Fran, they also say, no, it's not that bad. I mean, are they getting used to it? Are they getting used to the smell, maybe? It's not bright people.
Yeah, I don't know how that was a response to what I said, but I'll reiterate. There's still a lot of very bright people that go to California, that they have access to VC funding, and they're doing cool shit. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things wrong with this city, but there are some things right here in the heart of San Francisco. There's a lot of very good things that are happening. It's just the government is full of shit. I wish the California, the wealthy Silicon Valley libertarian types, I wish they could take over the whole state. I think that would bode well if the California libertarians.
I mean, to be fair, if you love technology and you hate poop, you can live in Palo Alto. Palo Alto is a beautiful place to live, filled with smart people. So, I mean, to some extent, Roger, don't you feel like Silicon Valley and San Francisco, they offer two different products, but they both appeal to smart people?
Yeah, look, I'm hypercritical of San Francisco on so many levels. I was just simply responding to the idea that there was nothing good about California or nothing good about San Francisco. I think there's still some things. Oh, I will tell you what broke my heart, though. my favorite restaurant in the entire city has gone to shit. Tadich Grill, the oldest restaurant in the city. The service has gone downhill. The food has gone downhill. And, yeah, terrible. But I did have, yesterday I had $160 worth of sushi at a very mediocre sushi place. So San Francisco is doing something right in terms of charging a lot of money for food. So it's been a while since I've spent $160 on.
Yeah, I'm going
And they wouldn't even cook it for you?
You know, that's a good fucking point, man. You think they give you common sense? Yeah, and rice. How expensive can rice be? I mean,
That's hard to fuck up.
It was okay. I mean, it was certainly not the best sushi I've ever had, but you know, they wanted. I had the option. I could have just ordered off the menu, or I could go with the chef special, omakase. And so, because I'm fancy and I haven't had sushi in a long time, at least what I thought was going to be good sushi. But when I got the check, I was like, did I just spend that much money for that meal? It didn't feel right.
You'll be pleased to know, Roger, that robots have been invented that make sushi, and they've been tested out. And Costco has had such success in the Washington State area that they're going to be rolling out the sushi-making robots to Costco's all over America. And people who've taste tested it says it tastes exactly like restaurant sushi for 70% less money. I don't know whether you've experienced.
I have not, but I will tell you, I will try that out. In Hayward, California, there's a restaurant called the Hayward Japanese Grill. And I walked into that place, and I walked right out. This was some time ago. Let's call it 10 years ago. It might have been 12 years ago. But there was a Mexican guy making sushi. I mean, I don't know about you guys. Look, I'm not in identity politics the way most people are. But I will say, when I walk into a sushi restaurant, I want sushi made by somebody that's not Mexican. I would prefer that they're Japanese. And if I go into a Mexican restaurant, I certainly would prefer to see the Mexican. I do not want to see the Japanese guy making my burrito, and I damn sure fucking don't want the Mexican making my sushi. Hayward Japanese Grill, never eat there. A Mexican making sushi, it's just fucking appalling.
So the Costco sushi machine is in a place in your state, I believe, called Issaquah.
Issaquah. Yeah, Issaquah. Not bad.
I don't want you to reveal where you live, but I assume Issaquah is within driving distance. So check it out.
I mean, look, everything's within driving distance. Look, the fucking Griswolds drove to Wally World, for fuck's sake. Everything's within driving distance. You just, how much time do you want to spend driving?
So I just had to book a business trip to Osaka, and I learned something that shocked me today. People in Japan don't eat a lot of sushi. In fact, they say the average family in Japan only eats sushi 3 times a month. It's considered like a rare delicacy of some sort. So
the next time you're in Japan, will you go check out a restaurant called Ribera Steakhouse?
Yes. Let me Google right now. I'll put it on my map.
Yeah, Ribera Steakhouse is the chosen restaurant of pro wrestlers and has been since the 1950s. And the reason why is they have very large portions. Marcus wants to jump in. Marcus, go ahead. Tell me about.
No, there's one a few stops from my house, actually. So I haven't gone yet, but I walk by it all the time.
You know, I won in an auction, Marcus, a Ribera Steakhouse satin jacket it was owned and signed by Terry Funk.
That's fucking phenomenal. That's awesome.
Is that like a Brazilian style place, like a Fogo de Chao type of thing?
No. It's just a regular steak place. But supposedly, what's this rule? Was it Brody? Bruiser Brody couldn't get real steak anywhere, so he wandered into Rivera's Steakhouse, liked it, so he brought everybody else back. And then the guy figured out if I keep marketing the pro wrestlers, they'll take a photo with the jacket.
Yeah.
And other people will come here hoping to see the pro wrestling.
Yeah, so here's what happened. So these wrestlers would go over there, and you had guys like Brody, you had guys like Stan Hansen, Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant. They'd go over there, and the Japanese fans just loved these bigger-than-life Americans that would come. But then the bigger-than-life Americans, they needed a restaurant that was open late, that was going to serve big portions. And Ribera was the only place in town that really supplied that. And so the owner, who was a wrestling fan that thought it was cool that these guys came in, he started giving them the jackets, but he didn't give the jackets to just anybody. He had he had to think of you as a legend. And so if you're a wrestler and you were given your Ribera Steakhouse jacket, like that's kind of like the equivalent of Johnny Carson, telling the comedian to come over and talk to him on the couch. Like you've made it when you get your Ribera Steakhouse jacket.
Roger, what are your thoughts on one of the tackiest and one of my favorite restaurants on the planet, Hooters, that old that franchise? Actually, it's a chain. No, it was a franchise.
Well, I'll tell you, Hooters in Southern California has top talent. I think it's in Newport. It's in one of the beach towns. I think it's Newport. Very talented. But the Hooters, let's say in Dublin, California, which I remember city council meetings in Dublin when they were coming and people protesting we didn't want this restaurant here, and they were arguing about the logo, and you had people from Hooters that were literally making the argument that it's an owl, and that Hooters stands for the sound that owls make, and they were legitimately making this argument. And the thing that's funny about Hooters is they had a special where you can get an order of chicken wings with a bottle of Dom Perignon, and it's for $199. And that was like the bougie thing to do. But the talent in the Dublin, California location was not all that good. But I will say, if you come up for a visit to Washington, I'll take you to a place in Tequila. That's called Twin Peaks. It's the same concept as Hooters, as you can imagine, and that talent, day, night, doesn't matter what day of the week. Twin Peaks, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, I think that there's a turnover in the restaurant industry. Restaurants that are popular, most of them die. Like I think TGI Fridays just went out of business a couple of months ago. There's in the genre of restaurants that feature large breasts, they're called breastaurants. Hooters was the founder, but there's three that are executing better. One that Roger mentioned called Twin Peaks. There's also a military breast themed one called Bombshells. And the third one is a Scottish breast restaurant called the Tilted Kilt. And those three concepts are stealing market share from Hooters, and most likely Hooters will be replaced by those three concepts.
Yeah, I mean, I think these should be like World Heritage sites. I mean, I did a bit of a tour. In fact, I used to take my girlfriend when I was in college to one in Saratoga Springs. Actually, it's in Albany. It was the talk about weak talent, no talent. The one in my hometown of Cleveland, Ohio, below zero talent. The original one in Sarasota, Florida, which I've been to with some of the when the Cardinals players used to hang out there. I just can't believe I used to like such a tacky place, because the food really, I'm not so sure, was ever as good as I thought it was. I'll land pretty soon here. And the other thing Santa Monica had one, Burbank had one, the one in Costa Mesa someone mentioned. I believe those were probably, more kind of on the higher end of the spectrum in the regard Roger was talking about. But what's interesting is, I think it's funny. I once tried to get money for a a raptor conservation center like, you know, Great Hornells and blah, blah, blah from corporate. And Hooters was all into it. The organization I was working with was not willing to take money. I'm like, are you people nuts? This is now a family. People take young kids into these places. It's a family restaurant. It's no different than so many others, but the stigma still precedes it, you know, and it's just a shame. Anyway, and those god awful tights. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyways, I'll end.
Yeah, in South Florida here, the talent level at Hooters is very subpar, and it used to be a place where a lot of the national calendar girls were. I dated two of the calendar girls, but they were both from the west coast of Florida. Now you look at it and you're like, it's
at the same time.
No, they weren't at the same time. One after the other, and they did not even know each other. It was kind of funny, but
lie to me.
No, down over here, it's just like Twin Peaks is a much younger crowd. Up in South Carolina, same thing. In Greenville area, it's a much younger. The girls are younger. Here in Florida, what has happened now, and it's probably the same in, you know, and I would guess in San Francisco and some of the other areas. Hooters, you have the sports clientele, they come in. They really don't tip quite as well as when you go to Eddie V's, when you go to, you know, Louis Bossi here, the bigger name restaurants where your tabs are a lot higher and people tend to tip a lot more. So you've got a lot of real estate agents and other people that work in these restaurants because of the connections that they make there and their high dollar, you know, tickets, you know, so they're not going to work at a Hooters.
Don't you believe that? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but do you believe, like, see, this is where my Trump derangement syndrome is mitigated a bit. I believe Trump is going to bring back some of these misogynistic, leaning franchise restaurants chains to my liking, and I think he would be a huge fan. I'm going to have to look up this Twin Peaks. Sounds phenomenal.
Yeah, there's one in Phoenix. There's one in Dallas. It's rapidly growing, and the food is actually much better than the food at Hooters. So it's just a better execution.
I totally agree. They have these little ribs that you can get. I forget what the fuck they're glazed with, but they're pretty fucking good. And then you can get an order of these street tacos. And, like, the standard order is, like, 3. They bring 3 of them. And still decent prices. It's, like, $10 for 3 tacos. But if you want to add additional tacos, you can. And, yeah, it's a very good deal. Very good.
Yeah, the girls
I always
shorter, but they're like,
to those restaurants. I, like, almost never go for that exact reason. I feel the same way about those restaurants I feel about strip clubs. Not
but Marshall,
it's just more like I get awkward about it.
Yeah, but Marshall, I'm kind of course, this is tongue in cheek for me to be sarcastic about this issue, but seriously, like, there's a couple really nice restaurants not far from where I live, where the owner is notorious for hiring very young hosts, and it's kind of like a veiled misogyny, right? It's like, what's worse, exploiting these young girls because of their young kind of looks, whatever you want to say, or you know, a Hooters where it's just more overt? I mean, I'm not saying one is right or wrong, but I think that. Go ahead.
Those girls are getting valuable.
Mark, do you guys remember? I mean, this is before my time. I'm sure, like, when I was a kid, this was happening, but I've seen the photographs of, like, stewardesses in the 60s, and it's fucking incredible. Like, so I don't know why we've gotten so prudish about, like, utilizing good-looking women as a selling point. Booth babes were a big thing in the tech industry, and then they, like, oh, we're gonna outlaw booth babes. What the like? You're gonna outlaw hiring good-looking women to attract people to your booth? It's fucking weird. I think that as long as people are, and this is probably, like, not gonna be much longer, but as long as men are attracted to good-looking women, I think that companies should use good-looking women to attract men. I mean, I don't see anything wrong.
Yeah, and speaking
Yeah,
of
the only way
flying,
that you're getting that on airlines anymore these days is if you're going international. It's kind of nice. Some of the international airlines still hold that standard, and I do enjoy it.
and it also serves for kind of behavior modification. Like you could go to see a cognitive behavioral therapist to deal with. Like I have some similar anxieties of flying that I used to that Roger has discussed, and if you're in really strong turbulence. And I see a very attractive woman coming down the aisle or getting to see whatever. It's like I want to bounce. What's that?
With a little bounce.
Yeah, my bravado kind of takes over my anxiety because I'm like, I have to look like I have it together, right? So it actually is therapeutic for me.
I need your guys' help here. I don't know if this is normal. I'm in a hotel room. And there's no phone. Clearly, I have my phone. But I could order food. They have a restaurant on the roof. There's a restaurant. But I'm looking at the menu, and I'm like, okay, well, let me call them. The first thought was like, well, where the fuck's the phone? There's no phone. So I could use my phone, but there's not even a fucking phone number. Like, how in the fuck am I supposed to order this food? Like, this is weird. Just fucking weird. There's no phone number and there's no phone. I don't get it.
Are there no QR codes nowadays? Nowadays
No,
you gotta order
there's no fucking phone. No, there's no QR code. There's no phone. Like whoever the smartass was that said hit zero for what? On what phone? Like if I saw a phone, I'd hit zero. It's fucking crazy.
So what happens when you
I
hire
would do
a
that
beautiful
shit
woman
just to
to
drive
design your
people
hotel room?
crazy. Hooters was just way before its time because everybody thought it was objectifying women before, but now, women are the ones that are pushing the objectification with OnlyFans and everything else. Shit, they go to the mall wearing less than what the Hooters girls wear. Yeah, but again, it was brilliant marketing, and their alliances with pro football.
Disregard, I found my phone. Sorry.
Like the DeBartolo, Eddie DeBartolo Jr. I think you would see pictures. At least it's one of the. I didn't go in enough, but I remember the Ohio one. There was probably only one in the Cleveland area, and they had the 49ers were owned by Eddie DeBartolo Jr. at the time, and they had more 49ers paraphernalia at the Hooters in Cleveland than they had Cleveland Browns paraphernalia. They had kind of an interesting alliance with pro sports, and it became kind of a sports bar as well. And I think it was, well, indeed a bit misogynistic. It was a kind of brilliant marketing.
Marshall, if you're shy about Hooters, man, I would say give it another shot. Do what I do. I go in there, and every time that I go in there, I act like I've never eaten king crab legs before. Excuse me. I act like I've never eaten king crab legs before. And I asked the Hooters girl to help me teach me how to crack the crab legs. It's a very.
The other thing you could do is
I just turn when it comes to that kind of stuff. I just turn into Hank Hill from King of the Hill. I turn into
Hey, look, I'm trying to throw you a bone here, man, but I understand.
I understand now. Thank you.
I respect.
Do you find your eyes wandering, Marshall, and you can't pull them back in, or what happens?
It's the bone and that makes
it's not an environment I particularly enjoy. I just